Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Priya.
Happy morning, everyone. So today I have picked the book, The Road to Better Habits. It's a simple framework for transforming your habits. In this book review, I'll just, the agenda of this book review is like to start about the author and then the positives of the book and a little bit of what is that could have been better, and finally what is the takeaway for me and what would be the takeaway for you. This author Darius Faroo, he has not written only this book, but he has written 6 or 7 other books. In fact, I started reading, this is the 3rd book that I have started reading about this particular author. And to describe about his writing style, maybe I could use the word like a car or a cat. When I say car, he is very clear and concise. When you want to take A, action oriented. So it is like unlike any other book, it is like this is what you have to do and it's very simple. You can literally take up something and then start putting it into action. So that is action oriented. And then the final T or R is like it makes you reflect. It makes you reflective after reading this book. Okay, so what is that they have to? Or it makes you a thought provoking, gives you a thought provoking sense. So I would describe the author as a car or a cat in the sense like it's very clear and concise. He has explained in all his books. Probably he has a very minimalistic and simple way of narrative thing. It doesn't carry much of the stories. It is more like you're going and sitting with him and having a coffee, and when you have a coffee with your friend, what do you feel? It's just in a conversational style. So that's the style of the author's writing. Now in this book too, in this book of Road to Better Habits, he doesn't go through a big number of things, but he just explains only 3 things. Just 3 things, that's all. So what he says is, the first thing is, you pick only one habit. So it might sound very simple, right? So immediately you feel like, yes, let me start with it, just pick one habit. But how he has done is, you pick one habit in each area of your life. That was something which I really loved about it. So initially you feel like, no, it's very easy, you are going to pick only one habit. But then what he did is, divide your life into different stages, different aspects, like in financial, in health, in physical, in career. So like that, first divide that, and in each one, just pick one small habit. So that's the first thing that he is telling. And then the next thing, what he suggests is, once you decide that habit, keep it aside. The next part is, pick all your bad habits. So when you say, you will also feel like, okay, let me take one bad habit. But here, he contrasts. While you have to start picking a good habit, here he says, when it is a bad habit, you don't need to carry them. So list out all your bad habits and remove them completely. So it's like a complete contrast. Pick one habit from each area and pick all the bad habits, whatever you could identify from yourself, and then completely take them off. So that is one thing, and then you can replace whatever thing that you have to have. And the second step that he is telling is, form a system. So how do you form a system? Say for example, when I say, I want to reduce my weight in physical. And another thing is, I want to have a new habits of reading something so that I want to improve in my career. So don't start something big, okay? One page at a time, that's all he suggests. If you are going to do something, and take one habit at a time. So when I have to reduce my weight, just pick something, like start walking for 5 minutes, or start walking for 1 kilometer. So in each area, just pick one habit. So that's all he suggests. So form a system and do it daily. And now let me come to the last part of it where I really felt, okay, this would work for me. In the sense, he says, make the environment easier for you. Say for example, if you want to go for a walking, keep the shoes ready. And once when you keep the shoes ready, as soon as you put on the shoes, do some stretches or something. So there itself you kick start, but it's going to be a smaller one. So that's what you can. You don't need to wait until you hit the gym. Before itself you can start small. So that is something he suggests. And why he says this is like if you're going to keep the mobile near your bed before going to sleep, you will probably take that and start scrolling. So he says minimize distractions. So what you can do is instead you can keep a book under your pillow so that it becomes easily accessible. And in case you're going to keep a chocolate somewhere, and the moment you want to reduce your weight, it doesn't help you, because the moment you see the chocolate, you'll pick up and you'll start eating it. So what he says is your environment is going to be your best friend. So keep the environment better, because willpower does not always last long. So everybody will feel like, okay, yes, I have the willpower, I can do it. But what the author says is willpower does not last long. After some time, we might lose out on our energy. So it is better that we focus on the environment. So he simply says only 3 steps. Pick out just one habit, but don't stop with that one habit. Pick that one habit under different areas of life. After picking the habit, remove all the bad habits, form a system, and regularly practice them. So basically, so these are the items that are discussed in this particular book. And as soon as I saw this book, I thought, okay, let me also follow certain things. What I did is, normally I keep the phone in my bedroom or in the room to charge. I shifted the place. And then I put a lock for my WhatsApp, because the notifications, you feel like automatically scrolling. So you have to make the environment harder for you to reach. So that was something, because it was very simple to follow and every day. So that was something which I started. When I have to critically review this book, if you are looking for any kind of storytelling or something, it will not be there. And this book is a very precise and simple book, and it's like a conversational tone. So if you have already read a book like Atomic Habits or Power of Habits, you might feel like there's nothing much here. In fact, it's just a little kind of thing. Nothing much is there. Already you know everything you know. But guys, it is not about knowing much thing. It is about whatever you know, are you applying it? Definitely, if you are going to read this book, you will feel like at least no, because it sounds very simple. Why don't I apply at least one thing? So if we are somewhere over here, thinking, yes, maybe we could take a step, and we want to reach somewhere over there. How you can minimize the distance, how you can reach there is just by a small habit, building it repetitively. You can reach mountains. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya. So, from the review which you shared, it reminds us that it's not always about doing big things immediately, but doing small steps, taking small consistent steps that will help us reach the bigger. This directly ties to the theme of the day. They say every speech starts with an idea, but it takes immense courage, preparation, and practice to bring that idea to stage. We now move on to our prepared speech session. The first speaker for today is Distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman. I would like to invite the evaluator, Toastmaster Hemalata, to share his project.